Hello, my name's David Otts.
Hello, I'm Mohammed Nawaz.
And behind the camera is Callum Bancroft. Starting off with the camping equipment such as tents. As you see, we've got two parts, the inner part, the outer part, and then we've also got the posts to put them up. First of all, we will start with the outer part, and we will help each other by putting these up. So, go on that other side. So, we'll put this up, yeah. Go on the other side. Good. Just leave this in.
I reckon we should just do our own.
This right.
You just do this. Or you could do these now. Oh yeah. You feed.
We normally have about 4 or 5 people doing this at the same time, so it would be quick as a can. But as we're showing you it on a video, it's a nice day. We'll do it in sections at a time. We only have 2 people doing it this time. As you see, we feed it through, and then we've got these little clip-on bits right here. Put it onto the post. We've got 2 of these. As you see, Ed is doing that as well. Then, when we get to the very end, we have got a little key peg thingy. When we do that, make sure the post is fully through. We insert it inside, place it down carefully so it doesn't come out when we're doing it again. And then we'll grab the other side using some force. Do the same on the other side. So it keeps straight, we're just pegging the ends down, making sure it stays straight. This will normally be done by a third person as well to help us out. Do that side, then we bring this side out when the other person is ready. Bring this side out. Make sure this is straight. Plunk this one in. Then do the middle one. As it's straight, and then go get to that side. Then we use these here little rope string things.
Guide ropes.
Hide ropes, whatever.
Hide.
And then we plank these into the ground. That gives us the out layer of the tent. Then we drag these out. So there's little ones down here as well. You come over here. Little holes in here. So we can peg this one down like that. Another side down there. One here. So then it turns out to look a bit like that.
So the wind, just...
So while we're camping, and if we get any like heavy winds, because our tent is strongly stabled, it won't affect us as much as it would do if the tent wasn't put down our good standards. So now I'm just doing the other side. Can get more pegs and then use the ropes things. Hide ropes.
Guide ropes.
Guide ropes, yeah. So give me 3 and you take 3. Now when we've finished that, we open the tent up through the door. We open both the parts up. and start with the inside. We bring this in, making sure that the door is facing around that area there, as that will be our communal area where we will be sleeping. Make sure you clip all the pots as need to be clipped. Ed, you didn't put this one down. Can you go around and put this one down quickly? So as you can see, there's little hoops and these here things, I don't know what they're called, and you just slot them in and do this going around. That should be. We had like 4 spares.
As you see now, the tent is all set up. If you'd like to come closer. This nice little bit here, this is where we will all be sleeping with our sleeping bags and just our sleeping bags. This big space here will be where all the equipment and bags go. As you see, we have like wind barrier. We've set our tent up so we've got wind barriers around us, like trees to shield from the wind. This bit here is an open space, so where the wind will be coming from, and we set it up so the wind hits this side of the tent, not the side that we're sleeping on, otherwise it will be so loud and we won't be able to get to sleep. So we'll set it up so that if it's really windy it will hit this side a lot more and not be so loud when we're in.
Hi, my name is David.
Mohammed Naz.
And behind the camera is Callum Bancroft. Here we've set out the cooking equipment and we will show you how to cook a ration pack. First of all, we've got our Vandigo cook set and our Vandigo cooker. So when we do this, we want to have all the edges out so we can actually put the stove on top. By doing this, the legs come out as well, and then we place it on even ground so it doesn't move when we put a pot on it, or so the water don't spill. When we do that, we grab onto this here piece and our gas. Make sure we rotate it clockwise till it's tight. There we go, tight. Then we put our legs down. All around us, if we wanted to keep the wind away, we'd put bags, ration packs, anything we can get hold of to not allow wind to blow it out. At this point in time, we've got the trees, we've picked our perfect location, got the trees, got the tent behind us, and if the wind comes from our sides, we'll just put 2 bags. We've already got the ration pack there, and we'll just grab a bag from there and put it on top. So now, when we've sorted all that out, we make sure we grab the pan that we want ready for us and put it onto the stove. Grab a ration pack, whichever one we want. We've chosen the barbecue beans and pork sausages, if you look just there. And when you're doing this, make sure the part with these little divots, make sure all the food goes out the bottom. Do this by crushing it down and putting it in half. Then, before you put in the water, so you don't spill it all over and go in your hands, you put it in, making sure all the food's at the bottom, and you've got a little bit to grab onto when it's ready. So when we do that, we've got the match guy here. So you ready? So, there we go, it's on. It's on. So the gas is on, and that's it. And that's a fireproof match that goes with the cooker. So we put that on, we put water in it, making sure it fills to the top. Now, don't mount the lid. Now, making sure that all the hot air that comes to the top, we'll use this saucepan, put it on top, and then the food cooks quicker. Now, we just wait until it cooks for about approximately 10 minutes until it starts boiling.
Then we, after we've eaten our food, we empty the rubbish into a plastic bag that we keep on our side so it doesn't leak out into the rest of our bags. Put all waste into one bag, really.
Yeah, so this here bag, as my colleague was saying, this here bag is our rubbish. We would put it all into here, into a ration pack, so we got less to carry around. Then we'd put all the rubbish in here, such as fireworks, making sure we pick it all up. Well, not fireworks, little matches. So we pick it all up and then put it in here. So we don't harm the environment while going camping. You can pause it now. Now we're going to do the pacings. We're just going to do it to the bottom, that's 50 metres, so we'll then times it by 2. We're going to be counting every left foot, so when we're out in the Snowdon, we'll know how much 100 metres are. So let's go. So that's 50 metres. Now we just times it by 2. For example, mine was 32. I just times that by 2, which is 64. That's 100 metres for me.
Ed, what was yours?
37, so it'll be 74.
I was 32, so mine was 64.
Mine was 33, so mine was 66.
What was yours, Callum?
Mine was 33, so it was 66.
So now we're going to do the 100 metres downhill. This is only 50 metres, so we'll do it again, times it by 2, and then straight after we'll just do an uphill. We'll remember our scores there. So when we're ready, let's go. So now our scores, I've got 31, so times that by 2 it comes out to 62. Shannon, what did you get?
I got 29, so that's 58.
Tom?
I got 31, so that's 62.
Callum?
Ed.
Ed?
34.
34, so times that by 2 is 68. And then Callum?
I got 31, so times that is 62.
2. Now we're going to do the uphill part. So Callum has the camera again. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. So that was the uphill. I got 32, which is times by 2 is 64. Shannon?
I got 34, so times that by 2 is 68.
Tom?
I got 32, so times that by 2 is 64.
I had 35, so that's 70.
And then Callum?
I got 34, so times that by 2 is 68.
68.
Hi, my name is Callum Bancroft,
My name is Thomas Francis.
and this is going to be the explanation of how we did the root con and what we use it for. So, as you see here, it's already completed. I'm going to be showing you how we worked it out with the distance, time, and speed card, and with all the calculations that I've already done out for the start to leg 1 here. So here, as you see, the distance from the start to checkpoint 1 is 2.1 kilometers. So if we go to here, I've split it down into 2,000 meters and then 100 meters. On the card, it only goes up to 1,000, and we're doing 5 kilometers per hour. It's 12 minutes. So we'll double that because we've got 2,000, and then obviously adding on the 100 meters, which is 1 minute 12. With them times added together, it's around 25 minutes. The height climbed is 0 meters, as you see on there, 0 meters. So at that point we don't need to add any extra minutes on. The rest time, as you see here, we're not going to have any rest time because it's only the first leg. So the total time for that whole leg would be 25 minutes and 12 seconds.
Where would you find, if we did have a height climb, where would you find that?
On here, as you see here, this will be on at least one person. It says here going uphill, add 1 minute for every 10 meters. So as you see on the route card here, this is 90 meters, so that would be added on 9 minutes. And then going downhill, where it would be subtract 20 seconds, which normally, unless it's going downhill a lot, we wouldn't usually take off the 20 seconds. So yeah,
So if we see here, the general direction of bearing for the first leg is 219 degrees southwest. So if we just look at the map here, I'm going to show you how we take that bearing. So we don't do it on the table because the magnetic variation would change it. So first we'd orientate the map to the ground. So what we do here, we just get on the corner of the eastings and northings and make sure this red arrow just on the inside is north. Then we'd turn the map around until the red north line is in line with that, so we've got our direction of travel. And then we go from the start point here to leg 1. Then we just turn the dial until this comes round to the red arrow again. And then here it says 221 degrees, but the magnetic variation, you got minus 2 degrees off it. So then it would become 219 degrees, travelling southwest. And then just over here on this side of the route card, we have brief details of the route followed and planned for activity. So this is just like an extra bit of guidance for whoever's doing the leg. So say we put a little bit of important information. So for the first leg, it says to follow the reservoir to the building at the end of the road and then take the path on the left. And then next to it we've got the escape note, so this is just in case we encounter any problems, say someone gets injured or we have to turn back because we think we've gone the wrong way. So it's just something like at the start one, first couple, it's just return to the start, whereas we get a bit further on in the third leg it says head south downhill to road and the A5. And if we go on to the back, this is more about the activity plan. So we'll say the task here. So for the first leg, it says where we're navigating from and where we're going to, and it says the bearing and travel direction. And the details, it will tell us how long it's going to take, how far we're walking, the height climb, and what we do on the break. So here it says we check equipment, sip water, and walk to the next checkpoint. And after some big legs, especially if we're going up here, we'll just make sure everyone's okay and maybe just stop a bit longer.
And then now I'm going to show you how we would actually plan out the second leg. So as you see here, the distance from 1 to 2 is 1.1 kilometers. So that's 1,100 meters. So moving on to the card, as we're traveling at 5 kilometers per hour, we'll go for the 1,000 and that'll be 12 minutes. So we'll write down 1,000 meters, 100 meters. So we go there with the 1,000 meters is 12 minutes, and then the 100 meters is 1 minute 12. 1 minute 12. So we would add them together, so that would be 13 minutes 12. And then with the height climbed, on the route card it says 90 meters. So as I explained earlier, we'd write down 90 meters and we'd plus on the 9 minutes, which then equals the 21 minutes. Yeah, 22 minutes, sorry. Yeah, 22 minutes and 12 seconds. And for the rest time, as you see there, because it's the second leg, we will have like a 5-minute rest to have more sip of water, check more of equipment, make sure everyone's okay. So the total time, as you see I've noted there, would be 27 minutes and 12 seconds.
My name is Shannon Upton. I'll be demonstrating how to pack a rucksack correctly when going on expedition. This here is a sheet which has a demonstration of the way to correctly pack a rucksack. So to start with, at the bottom goes all your dry clothes, because obviously if you get wet you'll need something to change into. So all of that goes inside a waterproof bag, which goes inside the main rucksack.
What consists of this dry kit?
So you'll have spare trousers, spare top, maybe a jumper, spare socks, underwear, then a towel. And that'll just go in the bottom section of the bag, so that it can be stored safe and dry. Next goes in the sleeping bag, which obviously you use to sleep in. Usually the tent would go in as well, however one of the bigger rucksacks is going to be holding the tent, as there's not enough room in this one. Next goes in all of the cooking equipment. So we have the pans and the stove, but the gas canister will go in last. Because this bag's not big enough to take the tent, I'll take the post in this bag so that everybody has even distribution of the tent. Next would be the food. However, we haven't got any food yet, so this is just the tutorial video. After the food goes...
What type of food would you bring on an expedition like this?
So say, like pasta is a good example of stuff that's easy to cook and can be stored and kept for a few days. Also ration packs will be used as they're good for emergency and they're so quick to cook. After the waterproofs have gone in, we put in the emergency shelter, which is this here. This can be used if conditions get extremely bad and we need a quick shelter. That's it for the main insides of the rucksack. There's a pocket here where personal items are stored. So in here we have the first aid kit and any hygiene, anything we need for personal hygiene, or anything that you need to be easily accessible, such as a multi-tool or your head torch. In the top of the bag here, there is also a waterproof sheet which you pull down to cover the bag after you've finished packing it. In the side of the bag we have, there's a place here for your water bottle, and also in here would go your gas canister for easy access. And this here light beacon to attract attention if you're lost in emergency. This walking stick will clip on the side when not in use and just hang there nicely. This is
Compose yourself, please.
This is a waterproof hat, and
Hello, my name is Mohammed Naz. I'm going to show you how to fold a map. First of all, you make sure there's no pen markings on it. No pen markings or any irrelevant pencil markings. But see, obviously these are our individual locations which we'll be using for the expedition. Well, here's how you fold it. Fold it inwards and outwards, obviously the way the map folds originally, or how it came out. And then when you get to your point, you leave that open so that you can read it and access it later. Since this is the area that we want this on display. And, yeah, so that's how we fold a map, and then we place it into the packaging. Because it's waterproof and it protects the map, you can slot it all the way to the bottom so it remains waterproof, and clean. Make sure it's the right way up as well, makes it easily readable. Like that. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna obviously fold it up, fold it like that, and then we're gonna roll this thing up so that water doesn't get inside. I'm gonna put these two flaps down, and and we can check where we are, very much. So,
And that's how you fold a map.
Hello, my name is David Arts.
my name's Shannon Upton.
I'm Mohammed Naz.
I'm Thomas Francis.
And behind the camera is Callum Bancroft. First of all, we should be showing you how to orientate the map to the ground. So at the start, we will grab the compass and make sure our pointer here is in line with the north, as you can see there. Then we will grab a map using the corner of the y-axis and eastern and northern, sorry. We will move our map around so we can orientate the ground, and when this northern and the arrow point is level, that is us orientated the map to ground. Using the route card, it tells us that we have to travel at a bearing of 219, which you can see here, 219, and we will be travelling at 2.1 kilometres. We've got 2.1 kilometres to travel. This will take us about 30 minutes, including the rest period. So when I'm going on showing you my bearing, I have to go to 219, which is there. Make sure the arrow and the bottom arrow is in line, and we will be travelling in that there direction. First leg will be done by me, and I will be navigating through this whole path. Ed, it will be our timekeeper, so he'll tell us what time it is, how long, after 10 minutes. Callum at the back is our pace setter. He'll be the first one, then it will be Tom, Shannon, Ed, then me. We will swap each other every 100 metres. Just so to let the team know, we are at the car park of Glen Landon. I'm not sure with the actual names, and we'll be travelling to the Lean Craftnut Reservoir. Sorry again for the names, I'm not really good with them. And we'll basically just be travelling in one straight line using the path, as you can see here.
Hello, my name's Callum Bancroft. I'm doing the first leg of the pacing. We're walking 100 metres now. I'll let the group know that I've walked 100 metres when I do.
Who's after? You?
After me would be Shannon, right there. Right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right guys, gather in. At the minute we're at checkpoint 4, which is the calf. And as you see here, the bearing that I'll need to set on my compass is 267 degrees. So I'll set that. See?
270 did you say?
267. 267, so as you see I've set it there. This leg is 0.4 kilometres, so it's a pretty short leg. We've got a small incline of 20 metres and it should take us around 8 minutes to get there. Does everyone have got any questions?
No. Nope.
Just careful, mate, don't fall down here.
When you start off again, you're going in the wrong direction.
So guys, we'll gather on. So currently we're here at the little bridge. I've already orientated the map to the ground. So this leg we will be heading to this checkpoint here, which is a little shop, which is this direction here.